Hey everyone, it's Daniel here from etfs. Hope you're all doing well. So if you notice on Thursday, June 8th, the initial jobless claims number, they basically came in weaker than expected. So the numbers came in 261,000 versus the 235,000 expected. The jobless 4-week average came in at 237, so higher versus the 209,000, basically telling you that more jobless claims, people needing the unemployment benefits are being filed here. Now the continuing jobless claims comes in a little shy lower than the expected of 1,800. So the number came in at around 1,757. So basically, the numbers overall came in weaker, which signaled to the bond market to rally on weaker growth, weaker labor market. But if you notice one thing though, you notice that Nasdaq rallied on this number. And Nasdaq, out of all the indexes out there, is acting like a safe haven asset, like a bond. So why did Nasdaq rally? Why did that rally versus the other equity indices? Why the other equity indices are under pressure? Because it all has to do with that if you're getting weak data, then that may mean that, hey, you're not going to get the rate hikes. You're going to get maybe rate cuts. And that is very positive for Nasdaq. But when I look at this, to me, it's very negative because you've got weak data. You got bonds that are acting like bonds, how they should be, going up on fear, uncertainty, recession, doubt, etc. Bonds generally tend to do that. But Nasdaq, being hyped up from AI, rallying like crazy, doing well this year versus the other equity indices. I totally understand the argument about lower interest rates, but I feel there's a lot of people into tech, into the FOMO component of tech, driving tech higher, playing tech with, as in the safe haven asset. And I think that's the perfect recipe for disaster for Nasdaq if we are hit with this really, really bad, hard landing, bad recession, right? Just like September of 2008, where we had the massive collapse. I think it's very possible for Nasdaq, for tech, to experience a massive collapse and be blindsided of what is to come, right? So if and when something comes and it ends up being really, really bad, I think Nasdaq's going to completely sell off and completely be blindsided by it, because a lot of people who are bullish and long Nasdaq would end up selling their position in panic, which would cause a massive sell-off in Nasdaq just because of how it's reacting to today, right? You're seeing the conservativeness in Russell 2000, in Dow Jones, even in the S&P 500, but not in Nasdaq. You're seeing that FOMO. You're seeing that hype, even on bad data like this initial jobless claims number. You've seen Nasdaq move up higher. I think that's a sign there to tell you that this market, especially tech, is being driven by all of this FOMO and all of this hype, which makes me think one thing, that this will end into a very bad situation for Nasdaq, especially if there is some sort of credit crunch, if there's something that comes out in terms of the banking crisis, etc., etc. I think it can definitely have that September 2008 moment, and you could see Nasdaq really plunge on that. Now, this is not financial advice. I'm not an investment advisor. Always consult with an registered investment advisor before making any financial decisions. These are just my opinions by observing how Nasdaq is trading, how everybody's treating Nasdaq as their favorite index. Like, oh, come to me, Nasdaq. You're my favorite friend, because no matter if what happens in the markets, if data continues to be weak and everybody is, saying that, growth is getting weaker and weaker, and no matter what happens in terms of interest rates and tightening, you get the message, Nasdaq. you get to rally higher and make me happier. I think that is going to come to an end very soon. Just like I was saying in my previous videos with the melt up and many other videos also, that this herd mentality, the hype that people are on this bandwagon of Nasdaq higher, tech higher, we're not getting the recession. I think it's going to bring this rude awakening when the hard landing comes. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below, subscribe, hit the like button, bell icon to be notified on the next video, and I'll see you guys around. Cheers, bye.